Okay, so when I say the words Islamic art, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably those beautiful, complex decorations or maybe some grand, majestic mosque. But what if I told you that's not even half the story? Because the truth is, this wasn't just art. It was a flat-out revolution in science, philosophy, and global culture. So let's get into it and uncover the truths that are going to completely change how you see it forever. So this right here sums up the whole story we're going to unravel. On one side, you have the common perception. It's decorative, it's religious, maybe a little traditional, a little static. But the reality, the revolutionary truth, it was scientific, deeply philosophical, and so radically advanced that its influence literally shaped the world in ways we're just now starting to appreciate. Let's close that gap.
All right, so to start, we have to look inside the art itself. Because it's like there's a hidden code, this incredibly sophisticated language of science and ideas embedded in every single line and shape. This is where we find the first shocking truth. Okay, let's just tackle the biggest question right out of the gate. Why no people? You've probably heard the easy answer, right? That there was some kind of religious ban. But the real answer is so much more profound, and it opens up a whole different way of looking at the universe.
See, instead of painting people, these artists were asking a much bigger question. How do you paint an idea? How do you visually represent something like infinity, or the unity of all creation? Their answer was a whole new visual language for the soul, built on these three pillars. You have the arabesque, with its flowing, endless organic lines. You have this mind-bendingly perfect geometry, and of course, the spiritual power of calligraphy. These weren't just replacements for drawing people, they were upgrades.
And this quote just nails it. This wasn't a choice that came from fear or some kind of limitation. It was a massive philosophical leap. The whole point was to try and capture these huge, universal concepts, infinity, unity, the hidden order of the cosmos, instead of just the temporary, fleeting shapes of people. And this is where things get really wild. This is where art becomes hard science. Those geometric patterns? They weren't just pretty designs. They were complex mathematical theorems that you could actually see. We're talking about quasi-fractal geometry, these super intricate patterns that repeat themselves perfectly at smaller and smaller scales, just like you'd see in a snowflake or a fern. This is a concept that's still at the cutting edge of mathematics today.
And here is the truly shocking part. Modern scientists, using computers, analyzed these patterns and discovered that artists were using these incredibly advanced quasi-fractal designs all the way back in the 14th century. That is, 500 years before Western mathematicians officially discovered the concept. Think about that for a second. They weren't just using math in their art. Their art was mathematical discovery. So we've seen the genius inside the art. But here's the thing. None of this was happening in a bubble.